Today's project is going to be a child gate. It's for a customer, not for myself. A customer that's got an awkward situation, an awkward area to put a conventional child gate in, and a very determined little girl that seems to get through everything that she puts there. So what I've come up with is a gate where I want it to, instead of just swing open like an ordinary gate would, because there's not the space for that, I want it to lift up, folding into itself as it lifts up, and then probably be hinged at the edge so it can also be pulled out of the way once lifted up a bit. But I'll show you as we go along. First thing I need to do is run off some stock material. I'm looking for something about this sort of size, which is about 15mm by about 40mm, I think it is. Yeah, 13mm. So I'm going to need a stack of them. I ran them off earlier from these pieces of rough. You see, shows don't throw away your rubbish. Turned out quite nice when run through the saw table. So I'm going to need, I don't know how many yet, so I'll just run it all through and use what I need. So let's start on the saw table, getting that lot done. Okay, let's set up my stop block 32. That'll do. And I want the cross members, so that's the top and bottom, all of them. Okay, you can see there, really nasty knot. I should think, yeah, very easy. Don't need any of that. Everything else good and strong. Now with all pieces cut to size, I've just roughly laid it out how I want it. And I'm actually going to sandwich the inner pieces at the top and bottom, and that is because I want it to pivot. So I will be rounding over the uprights. So we've got an half round on top and bottom. Then I'll drill through all three pieces at each point. However, the outer pieces will be for dowel peg, so I'll be doing them at an 8mm hole, so it will tightly fit and I can glue in the dowel peg. The inner pieces, the uprights, I'll be drilling them at about 9mm or 10mm, just enough to make sure that there's no binding, and they won't be glued. So they will just pivot on that peg inside. That's the idea. Let's get all of them rounded over. Over on the bandsaw. Simple enough. Okay, there we have it with them all rounded off. And now I just need to give everything a good sanding down, make it nice and smooth. As for the edges, I'm not going to round them over anything. I will just run them through the sander at an angle just to take the corners off, keep them smooth. That'll be enough. So let's get on with that. Now for this bit, as it's going to be the top, I'm going to use my cornering tool. It's just a chisel type plane, and it just sits on the corner of the wood and takes it off, leaving you a nice rounded over edge. Very quick, very simple. You can't go too far because its profile will stop it from cutting once it gets to the exact depth. And that's it. Lovely. You can even use it for making dowels of different gauges. Save you having to buy them. That's going to save some money because dowels not cheap, especially on lengths of it. Right, I'm going to bit against the grain there, so turn it round and go the other way. And that's lovely. Should be on the corner. Once it's set, put a couple of clamps on just to keep it there. Then I want my depth set. Use a much thinner dowel from the inside, from the outer side of the piece, just to get the glue in there. Seems I'm going well. Okay, and now I've got the top glued on and clamped up. So we've got, let's my lights up there. There's the top section here, nice and flush, everything sanded down. This part here for the hinges, and everything when the clamps are not there, everything will move quite nicely. With a bit of waxing up, it'll work. Next I need a pillar for this side for the hinges to go on. That will be enough. Okay, so I believe that is as far as I got. I'll put a bit of filler in these holes, and before I take it round, and as you can see, it will loosen this way, pivot open, out the way. Lift right up to that point there. Well out the way, I would imagine. No. Back down. It'll free up and get easier, I'm sure, with you. And there we have it. I think that's the job concluded. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is take it on site, fit it, and see if everything's as good a fit as I'm hoping it will be. But in general, there we have it. Take the light getting out the phone. If it's open, close your tracks. Okay, right. Well, that's it for me for today. Thanks for joining me again, and see you again next time. Goodbye.